Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Again, this is CoachLogix for coaching companies or coaching vendors. Today, we're going to show you how you can use CoachLogix to manage your coaching practice, including managing other coaches, whether they're contracted coaches or internal coaches, and how to manage your clients as well, and optionally give them access to their client portals. I'll also show you how to create your coaching engagements and answer any questions that you have. So if you do have questions at any point in time during today's webinar, please use the Q&A feature to submit the questions. And I'll try to answer the questions as I go along. And if I run out of time, I'll answer them following this webinar. I'll follow up via email if I don't have time to get to everyone's questions today. But again, if you do have questions here at the beginning as I'm getting started, go ahead and shoot them to me through the Q&A so that I can try to plan them into today's webinar, or just ask them as they come up. So if you haven't created an account yet, you can sign up for an account from CoachLogix.com. Just click sign up and you can create an account for free. And you can use all the features in your account for free. You can create one engagement in our business account type, and you can activate that engagement and test it out to see if CoachLogix is going to work for you in your coaching practice. If you decide that you like it, you can go ahead and purchase after you test out the account. So I'm going to log into a demo account that I set up today. It has fake data in it. I set this account up as a coaching company with internal coaches and contracted coaches. I had a question come in about working with multiple HR partners at a client organization, and I'll be sure to show you how you can add your client organizations. You can add point of contact to those organizations. You can give them visibility to everything that's happening at their client company, or you can give them visibility to specific coaching engagements. So I set up this demo account as if I am the ICF New York chapter for this demo instance. And when you first log in, you'll see a dashboard that's populated with a lot of summary data across all your coaching engagements. If you haven't created any engagements yet, your dashboard will be empty, but it's going to start populating with data as you create coaching engagements and update those engagements. So if it's your first time logging into your account, just general navigation, in the upper right corner is your personal notifications, your personal settings. This is where you can set up your calendar sync to let coaches schedule based on your availability. And you can set up your coach profile page with your industry experience, assessments, anything you want your coaches to see that you offer. Your company settings are located through your left navigation menu in the lower left corner. So personal settings, upper right, company settings, lower left. All the pages in the left navigation are company pages, so if you have other admins in your account, they're going to have access to everything on these company pages in your left navigation menu. Now, coaches are only going to have access to engagements that they're assigned to, whereas admins can access all of your clients, your vendors, your coaches. You see company resources, you can manage invoices, reports, and again, company settings. So today we're going to start here under company settings. If you haven't done this yet, this is where you'll want to start setting up your account. So you can put your company name, company contact information, account configuration. So this will turn on and off different features in your account, depending on what kind of services you offer or how you're using CoachLogix. So be sure to look at account configuration and make sure that all the features are turned on that you need in your account. Click Save when you're finished. Branding, you'll be able to upload a square logo and brand your portal in a free account type. You can also brand your email notifications if you have a pro subscription. So any confirmation emails, requests to fill out forms, or schedule sessions are all going to be branded emails to your clients in the pro account type. Once you have your branding account set up, take a look at your program templates. Your account is going to come with a CoachLogic's default or sample program template, but we encourage you to create your own program templates from scratch. So I can click on any of these to view details. Essentially, it's going to be a series of sessions. There might be some forms, files, tasks also in this program. Everything is drag and drop. You can add new items by clicking Add Item. You can customize the notifications for each item by clicking the bell in the upper right corner. So you can customize the content of the email notification, schedule it to be sent automatically. You can add a reminder and you can preview the email before it's sent. You can see this one's branded because I have the branding features enabled in this account with the Pro subscription. You can also add resources to your program templates and manage some settings for your program templates. If you want to create a new program template from scratch, click Add Program Template, give it a name. You can clone an existing template or just create a new one from scratch altogether by just giving it a name. Let's call this like a 24-month program. And then you click Save if you want to create a new one from scratch. If you're cloning, you'll select the one you want to clone. So no items on this yet. I'll just add a session to start. We'll say this is just a generic coaching session. Coach and coachee are attendees. I can add the location in advance if I want to, or you can add it after you create the engagement and assign the coach and coachee. So you can customize the notification. So this is the confirmation email that will be sent when the session is scheduled. And I can duplicate this session. Say I really like the email notification that I set up, and I don't want to have to recreate it. I would just duplicate it. So here's my new 24-month coaching program. Created here under program templates. Okay, so we just set up our company settings. Let's look at our clients now under the clients page. You can add organizations or individuals as client. If you add an organization, you can add employees under the umbrella of that organization if you want to give a point of contact access to all the engagements or reporting across that entire organization. Otherwise, if individuals are paying for coaching directly, you'll add them as individuals instead of companies. So really this depends on how you're paying them or how they're paying you. You'll click Add Client, so individual pays you directly, the client company, you would add individuals to the client organization. Again, aggregate reporting by client organization and the ability to give your point of contact at that company access to the CoachLogic's account. So let's say we're adding an individual. I'll just use an alias for our example today. You have the option to send the invitation when you add your new point of contact or your new client. You can send the invitation immediately, or don't check the box if you just want to create a record of this person. You can always invite them later. Okay, so I just added a new client to my clients page. Now I'm going to go to my engagements page and I'm going to create a new coaching engagement with the client that I just added. So here on the engagements page, you can see all of the engagements in my account. I have 93 engagements total. We could look at just our active engagements, just draft engagements, or engagements that are in a matching state. I can click on any of these to view the record. You can see there's a program tab, a goals tab, notes, resources, and settings. This engagement only has 2 sessions on it. So we're going to create a new engagement right now. I'll click Create. First, we'll assign the coachee. I'll look for the new coachee that I just added to my account, Mary Cole. And then I can select the coach. I can give the coachee access to choose from a pool of coaches, or I can provide some options to the coachee. I can suggest a couple coaches for them to pick from. For the sake of time, I'm going to select the coach. I'm going to select myself. Or actually, I'm going to select a contracted coach. You can also skip this step and assign the coach later. And then we can assign the program template. So I'm going to assign the new 24-month program we just created, or you can skip this step and assign the program later. So I can assign a contract to my contracted coach if I want the coach to invoice me automatically. So let's say I'll assign the monthly retainer contract to Gina, so I'll receive invoices from Gina automatically. You can also assign contract templates to your clients, and it will send invoices to your clients automatically. So when you create a new coaching engagement, it's in a draft state. So the coach and coachee cannot see it until we click Start Engagement. Once we click Start Engagement and it's active, they'll receive notification emails that they have a new engagement in CoachLogix, and they can check it out. The coachee is only going to receive a notification email if you've invited them to create a CoachLogix account and they're an active CoachLogix user. If you're just tracking them as an internal record, like we are with Mary, she's not going to receive a notification that she has an engagement in CoachLogix. However, if you schedule sessions, she will get session scheduled confirmation emails. If we reschedule it, she'll get a reschedule email. If we send the client a form, she can receive a form and fill it out from her email. So let's add a feedback form here. When you add a new item, it automatically gets added to the bottom of the program. You can drag and drop where you'd like it to go. And this form doesn't have any recipients yet. I'm going to add the coachee as a recipient. Now, you can see the coachee as a recipient. I can add additional recipients. I can add people using their email address or select other people that are already in my account. And I can customize the notification for this form. I can schedule it so that it's sent automatically after the prior program item is completed. Or if I want to send it manually, I'll click the send icon and it's going to send out this form manually. So you can see that the form was sent. They're able to fill it out from their email, and once we click responses, they'll be visible here in CoachLogix. Now the coachee can fill it out from inside her CoachLogix account if we invite her to log into her CoachLogix account. So to invite the coachee to log in, you'll go to the coachee's profile page or client page. So here, let's find Mary. If you've already invited people to log in, you can resend them invitations from their profile page as well. If it's an individual, you're going to see send invitation next to their name in the upper right corner. If it's a company, you'll find the point of contact in a different area. I will show you. So let's look at our company, Applesauce. So you can see here, this is a company record rather than an individual record. So there's no send invitation to the actual company. You have to pick who you want to send the invitation to, a specific account manager at that company. So here I've added an account manager, Uma Thomas, but I haven't sent her an invitation yet. I could add a different point of contact, whoever you want, and then you'll send them an invitation here from the account manager more options menu. So you're inviting that individual to be an account manager at Applesauce or at the client organization, and they'll have access to all of the engagements. They would see any coachees that you've added to that client organization. So if you're working with a company, you add the company first, and then you add the employees under the coachees tab of that company. Okay, now if you are managing coaches, you can add the coaches from your coaches page. So here, I'll expand my left navigation menu. You can see I went to the coaches page. In the coaches page, we have a directory of all the coaches in my account. If I click add coach, I have the option to add an internal coach. This is an employee. It's an employee account type. They cannot send you invoices. If you add an independent coach, it will be an independent coach account type. They can send you invoices. An external vendor, this is a coaching company. So if you are a coaching company, you should not be connecting with other coaching companies. This would be for a client organization, an enterprise corporation, to connect with multiple coaching companies or vendors if that's how they're using CoachLogix. Today's webinar is for coaching companies, so you should only be adding internal coaches or independent coaches to your account. When you add these coaches, again, you just enter their email address and name. You can send them an invitation now or later. And once they've logged in, they're going to appear active. You can create pools of these coaches. You can see I have a few pools on the right, and I can give clients access to choose coaches from these pools of coaches on the right. And you'll see some filters for your coaches also in the lower right. And these filters are based on the coaches filling out their profile pages. So they access the profile page through the upper right corner, click my profile, and you can see all the tags and sections on the profile page here. Okay, any other questions? I've received a few questions so far. I think I've answered them as I've gone along. But if anybody else has questions, please feel free to submit those, and I'll try to answer them now, or I'll follow up over email as soon as we're done with this webinar. Okay, thanks, Debbie. I do have a recording of this webinar, and I will send it out following our webinar today. Another question coming in from someone: can a supervisor have visibility into an engagement, and can you assign them to tasks and forms? So yes, you can give a supervisor access to an engagement. You just add them as a viewer to the engagement under the engagement settings tab right here. You'll add them as a viewer, and you can add them as a recipient to a form by just clicking add recipient and then add by email. Okay, that's all we have time for today. I want to thank everybody for attending today's webinar. If you have additional questions, please send them to support@coachlogix.com, and we'll follow up via email. You can also send us questions from inside of your account. Just click the question mark in the upper right corner and chat support. This is a great way to submit new feature requests, report bugs, and ask for help. We usually get back within a few hours. Thanks so much for taking the time about how to use your account with us. We look forward to supporting you, and have a great week. Bye.